Welcome back into BetQL. This is Tapped Out with Brendan Tobin. I'm the sports machine, Sean Levine. And now we got back on the show, friend of the show, Josh Emmett. We talked to Josh last time before his Calvin Cater fight. This time he takes on Yair Rodriguez for the belt. Josh, welcome back, man. I was just looking at the odds, and you're an underdog right now, sitting right around plus 150, plus 160. Does that surprise you at all? And do you give a damn?
No, for one, I don't give a damn. I think I've been the underdog in every UFC fight except two of them. And so I knew I'd come in as an underdog, and it's all good because I'm about to make a lot of people a lot more money like I always do.
Josh, what does it mean to you? This is the big one for your career, man. You've been doing this a long time, but to have a chance to fight for a championship, how cool is that for you?
Yeah, it means everything to me. You know, it's this is why I got into the sport of MMA, because I wanted to fight for the UFC. I wanted to become a world champion. I'm one win away from accomplishing that. But my ultimate goal is becoming the undisputed featherweight world champion. And that just leads me exactly to where I'm going. And it just shows me how good I am, how good my coaching staff is, Team Emmett, everyone that's been a part of my journey and career. Yeah, it's amazing.
How do you prepare for a guy like Yair Rodriguez? Because there's a lot of different guys that fight with a lot of different styles, but it feels like this guy can fight you with every single style that exists.
Yeah, it's tough. Yair is so unique in his own. He's elusive. He's crafty. I don't think I can bring in someone to emulate him exactly the way he fights, his style. It's so unpredictable. But I've just been focusing on my strengths. As long as I stay perfect, 1 minute at a time, 5 minutes at a time, like throughout the entire fight, hands up, chin down. I'm moving. Blocking and checking his kicks and returning with strikes and kicks of my own. I'll get my hand raised. So I have training partners that have been throwing, crazy kicks and spinning stuff and all these type of things that I think he's going to come out with. So I'm definitely well prepared.
Josh, how you got out there a couple of weeks to really acclimate to Australia? How helpful have you found that? It's a big time change for all, for you fighting at a weird time. How has that helped your preparation?
It's helped my preparation so much. Tomorrow I will have been out here for 2 weeks. I actually feel for the guys that got out here fight week on Tuesday and Wednesday. I don't know how they're going to acclimate. I actually know they're not going to acclimate that fast because it took us almost a week. Not only the 16-hour time change for myself, because I'm from California, Pacific time, the climate is different. It's the winter back home. So I was like, oh, we'll go to some warm, country and it'll be super easy to acclimate. No, that's not the case. There's a little humidity out here. It's hot as hell. And then that took a while to adjust to for quite some time as well. So the guys that came in early or this week, man, I kind of feel for them.
Talk with Josh Emmett. He fights Yair Rodriguez for the belt coming up on Saturday night. Josh, I think you probably got the most power in the division, or at least the most potential for the one-punch knockout. Are you hunting knockouts these days, or is this the type of fight where as long as you get your hand raised, you don't give a damn how you win?
Kind of cut out the last bit, but I think I got what you said. Yeah, of course, I'm always hunting for knockouts. I possess the most power in the division, and so I'm always looking to finish the fight. With every punch and strike I throw, I'm looking to finish the fight. I don't want it to go to the scorecard. So yeah, I'm definitely I'm hunting for a knockout every fight. It's exciting. I know what the fans want to see. I know what the UFC brass wants to see, and I'm gunning for that as well.
Josh, Emmett could be fighting UFC 284 coming up. You guys can get the pay-per-view, starts 10 p.m. over here. And you got, of course, Alexander Volkanovski, Islam Makhachev fighting for the lightweight championship. So go buy that one on pay-per-view. Josh, you mentioned about becoming the undisputed featherweight champion. Got Volk fighting in the main event. How do you think the featherweight division plays out? Do you feel like he'll come back, or do you feel like, if he wins, he's done with featherweight? Just how do you imagine the dominoes going through with that?
Yeah, no, Volkanovski is the pound for pound #1. He's undefeated in the UFC. He's a featherweight champion. He's earned whatever he wants to do. So him going up and you know, fighting for the lightweight title, trying to become a champ, give the guy, you know, let him do whatever the hell he wants. You know, I'm like, let him do what he wants. He's definitely earned it. You know, he goes in there. It's a tough fight. You know, Islam is a savage, but I think Volkanovski is going to surprise a lot of guys. I just have to do my job and go in there, get the win against Yair, and then I'm going to sit back and, yeah, of course I'm rooting for Volkanovski, but I have to get through Yair first. And I do believe he will, you know, if he were to win on fight night, he's a man of his word. He wants to try to bounce around and come back and forth. And I just saw him at the, I saw him yesterday at the media press conference and said, what's up, wish him good luck. And, you know, he'll do it, you know, because he's not like, I'm bigger than him, you know. So it's I thought he's still put on, you know, some size compared to what he normally looks like, but you know, I probably weighed more than him yesterday, and you know, but I do believe him, and I wish him all the best. He comes from phenomenal team, coaches, training partners, and he's just an all around solid champion.
Watching the video countdown, you and your wife been in this game for a long time together. What do you think that moment's going to be like, man, when you get that belt wrapped around your waist? You've had to imagine it so many times. What do you think that's going to be like? Just the ultimate, you know, finally reaching it after all that work.
And I mean, it literally means everything. It's just we've struggled and sacrificed so much, and you know, the reason why I fight is for my wife, my mom, my family, you know, my friends, coaches, everyone that's invested in me. And it's just like, even though I'm going in there alone, I'm going in there with everyone in my corner, and I'm thinking about them. I'm thinking about my city of Sacramento. I have the biggest and best support system out there, the closest friends, and man, it means everything. That is why everything that I've worked for in my life, everything in my career, all the highs and lows, whatever it may be, this is just it's like I said the other day, it's feedback. This belt, I'm obsessed with winning it. I want this belt more than anything. Even my wife doesn't even know how bad I truly want this, and so I'm willing to go through anything, endure whatever it takes to get my hand raised. There's nothing Yair is going to do to stop me from achieving, you know, just a small fraction of a goal, and then we'll move on to the ultimate goal.
We appreciate you being so gracious, Josh, with all the technical issues. Thank you so much, man. Before we get to it, what was the weirdest animal you saw in Australia? Like, I saw you holding like a wombat. It looked like a giant ass rat. Like, what the hell was the weirdest thing you've seen over there?
Yeah, so far I have to say that wombat. We went over, saw some koalas, some kangaroos, saw some crazy looking bats, but the wombat, it looked like a big old hedgehog. And then I was talking to the tour guide, and I was like, oh, what about these gray wombats? Where are those at? He's like, oh, that one is gray. It's just brown because it's dirty. And I'm like, damn, he told me that after I held it. So I was like, man, I need to go hop in the shower. It was brown. He looked like a big hedgehog. I'm like, man. And it was all wet. I was like, I didn't want it. They kind of forced me into holding it. They're like, here, hold this. I'm like, I'm good. They're like, no, hold it. Damn it. But no, it's been nothing but fun over here. The people are great. I love Perth.
We appreciate it, man. Thanks so much. Good luck. Go buy his fight coming up, UFC 284 Saturday on ESPN Plus pay-per-view. Thank you, Josh. Appreciate it.
All right. You guys have a good one. Talk soon.
See ya.
Take care, Josh.